Next up, UNLV at Air Force -3. And what did we say? The wrong team was favored. Yeah, and that was the case. Now Air Force was up, and they were up in the third quarter. But you know what Barry Odom said? He said, I do not care at all. Zach Larry was not playing for Air Force, by the way. So actually, credit them. They put up 27 points. That was way more than I expected.
They put on a nice
They're
game plan early on,
they
especially.
they really put on a nice game plan right there. So, but UNLV moves to 9-2, and we cashed the Dawson's Diner pick +3.5, and we both cashed taking UNLV +3 and for them to win straight up. Uh, it did take a late valiant effort from UNLV to pull this one off, but oh, did you see that fake punt? That was awesome. There was no reason to go for a fake punt like inside like the 40 or whatever. It was like 4th and 15, and the punter, like, he got it and he was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this because everyone's covered. And the gunner was like 1-on-1. And he's like, let me just like throw a zipping dart to the gunner right there in between the safety, or like not the safety, but I guess like the guy who's on the gunner. And incredible catch for a first down. Ended up leading to that field goal, which put them, gave them a 4-point lead. But more importantly, it milked the clock in the fourth quarter. It was awesome. There was no reason to do that at all. And let me tell you, Barry Odom would have gotten rocked for that if they did not get that. And Air Force went down to go score and win the game. So I will say, Barry Odom, that was a little sketch. That was a little sketch because also your defense was balling out. Your defense was balling out. There was no
Yeah.
reason to do that at all. So it was it was awesome. It was awesome. I love fake punts like that. And yeah, this is a fun game. I enjoyed watching this game. So I know this was probably a lot of people's third or fourth game if they were watching multiple games at the same time on their screens, but I really like this one a lot.
Yeah, UNLV stands alone right now at the top of the Mountain West. Awesome for Barry Odom in year one, exceeding expectations. Maybe as a stud. I think we've known that for a couple weeks now, and this is just more proof of that. Really awesome. The Mountain West shaped up not exactly how I thought it would. Right, Air Force, you thought was a wagon early on. They might still play for it. Boise State's still in somehow. San Jose State, look at them go. But Fresno State and San Diego State obviously have been super disappointing. More so Fresno State as of recently. But yeah, this is awesome. I mean, UNLV went on as dogs. Air Force had a beautiful second half or second quarter. I think that was 5 scoring drives in a row at some point there. And when they get cooking, man, luckily at halftime kind of saved UNLV. They could catch their breath, figure out what happens with the option. That's the thing though. Like Barry Odom's not used to seeing that option. This is his first year in the Mountain West. Right? He's been in the SEC, for a long time now. And like that's what I didn't think about it, but until they jumped on him early, I was like, oh wow, like this is new for Barry Odom. And credit to them, they adjusted and they adjusted well. They got Mavia going. And yeah, they stopped him. And yeah, I think this is awesome for UNLV. Obviously, hopefully it's winning in. I believe obviously winning in for them.
Yeah,
But I
I
think
think
that
they can still get absolutely screwed by tiebreakers if they lose because San Jose State. They put that's their last game, right? San Jose State.
yep. Which is it's another surging team in the Mountain West too, San Jose State.
Yeah, and a team that again we've talked about, San Jose State. They played a really tough out of conference game, and they caught some teams early in the Mountain West that were really good, including Air Force. So on the surface, you're like, oh, San Jose State team's like so or whatever, but they're a good football team. They gave Fresno State the business last week. Yeah, did they struggle with San Diego State a little bit this past week? Yes, but did they get the job done ultimately? Also, yes. Could they give UNLV some problems potentially? Haven't gotten a chance to dive into that matchup because I'm still celebrating the Dawson's Diner victory that was UNLV +3.5. So yeah, big stuff for UNLV. I hope they win out 10-2, 11-2 Mountain West champ. Like what bowl game do they get? Like they probably get a pretty decent bowl game, right?
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
their two losses being Fresno State
And
on the
Michigan.
road and Michigan.
By the way,
And
this is
now
beefing up Michigan's Michigan's resume,
it is.
which is awesome.
It literally is, which is crazy, So
And people knock them for not having a tough out of conference schedule. Okay,
yeah,
that's
come on,
ridiculous. You're just
that's
ignoring UNLV and Barrett. No, all seriously though. But for Air Force, like they're still in it. Okay, like they play Boise State next week. Yes, it's in Idaho. That's tough. But and honestly, Spencer Danielson, right, the interim there for Boise State, has the boys cooking a little bit. All right, and wouldn't that be crazy? An interim
well,
coach led team
it's
with
winning in for Air Force, right? Because they have the tiebreaker over
and
San Jose State, and then they would
and
have beaten
Boise
Boise
State.
State. Yeah,
I believe Boise State is also has I think San Jose State is technically eliminated. Actually, no,
I don't think so.
I think
No,
it's
because
the
they would
I'm
have the
sorry.
tiebreaker over
Yeah,
UNLV. I don't know how that tiebreaker
it's
works. I think they
no,
still
but
have a chance.
Air Force and Boise State both beat San Jose State. So it's winning in for Air Force, Boise State, and UNLV. For all four of those teams, the winner of those two teams, those two games, are going to play each other next week. If that makes sense.
Really, no matter what. So if Boise State
Yes.
and San Jose State win, those are the two teams playing the Mountain West Championship.
Yes, because
That
Boise
sounds
State.
illegal. That sounds so illegal. That'd be terrible. That'd be terrible. Not
Yeah,
terrible, but
but
like UNLV and Air Force kind of deserve it, I think, at this point.
it sucks that Larry's gone. I don't think they're going to get him back either. But they found ways to score in that first half, so they can do it again. It's Boise State. But yeah, this is another Mountain West just awesome game. The Mountain West have been super entertaining. There's a reason we've covered a lot of Mountain West this year, particularly the top half of it, right? Throw
Yeah.
Wyoming and Fresno State in there. We've covered all those teams. And yeah, it's good stuff there.
These
Either
are
not only
two.
they're adding Washington State and Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of adding, I guess, like gonna be playing conference games against them.
Yeah. I mean, I believe there's quite a few seniors on this UNLV team, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond. But the state of Nevada has quite a bit of talent. So the fact that it's never been utilized, I mean, we've seen it. They've had a successful basketball program before, right? Like we've seen UNLV that they have potential, right? So if Barry Odom can maximize that, awesome for the Mountain West, awesome for the Rebels. I'd be very happy with that.